Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to NJ Cocktails. My name is Kenny, and today we are going to be making the Vesper Martini. Let's get into it. Alright, so most people have heard of the Vesper Martini, and if you're a James Bond fan, you definitely have, because that is where the Vesper originated. We are first introduced to the Vesper cocktail in the famous James Bond book, Casino Royale, the first of the James Bond series. And this cocktail was created by the author of the James Bond series, Ian Fleming. So the Vesper is a cocktail that really doesn't need an introduction. Like I said before, most people have heard of it. The James Bond books and movies have really made this cocktail one of the more famous ones out there. It's very iconic. Most people know the famous line from the James Bond movie, "Shaken, not stirred." That was where this cocktail is where that was originally from. And so in the series, when the Vesper is ordered by James Bond, it is ordered in a very specific way. He asks for 3 parts Gordon's, 1 part vodka, a half measure of Quina Lillet, shaken, not stirred, and served with a long peel of lemon. And so we are going to do the closest rendition that we can to the Vesper that James Bond would have been ordering in Casino Royale. Quina Lillet is an ingredient that is actually no longer available and no longer produced. There are a couple of items out there on the market that are meant to be a close representation of the original Quina Lillet. Lillet Blanc is probably the closest that we can come to the original. It is made by the same company. The rumor actually is that the recipe has never been changed, and so Lillet Blanc is said to have been the same recipe as Quina Lillet, although a lot of cocktail historians and cocktail heads, I guess you would call them, have kind of debunked that, as the two really are quite different. There's another product out there, Coqui Americano, which is very similar to Lillet Blanc, but that recipe is made with a little bit more of one of the key ingredients in Quina Lillet, which was cinchona bark, which is a bittering agent. We're going to use Lillet Blanc because I have a bottle that's open, and the other 2 ingredients we're going to need today is vodka and then Navy Strength gin. So we're using Perry Tots Navy Strength gin, which is made in New York, in Brooklyn. And I think that's everything we need. Let's get started. So we're going to do 3 parts gin to 1 part vodka. So I'm actually going to start with the vodka. We're going to do half an ounce. Whatever vodka you have is fine. Alright, half an ounce of vodka, and we're going to do 1.5 ounces of our gin. Alright, now according to James Bond, he asks for a half measure of Quina Lillet, so we're going to use half an ounce of Lillet Blanc. All right. And so, due to this cocktail being created by an author, and not really, no offense to Ian Fleming out there, but a martini is traditionally not shaken, and there's some reason behind that. With the primary reason being that if you shake a martini, which is all booze and meant to be a rather stiff drink, it is going to over dilute, which is one of the reasons why a drink like a martini would be stirred. We are going to shake this because that's how Mr. Bond would have wanted it, and so that's how we're going to do it today. I am going to try and do my best to keep the dilution to a minimum, and so what we're going to do is we're going to shake this, but we're going to shake it with a large format ice cube. So we're going to shake it with like a large whiskey cube. This shouldn't break apart into a bunch of tiny shards, which is what's going to increase the dilution when we shake. So hopefully by using a large cube, we can chill this drink down, but not add a tremendous amount of dilution, and hopefully keep the drink, you know, at the proper dilution level and have it stand up the way that it's supposed to. And so we're going to shake this over a large cube. And I would say you don't have to shake this, if you're going to shake this at home, you don't have to shake this for a tremendously long time, just enough until the tin starts to get cold. Again, we want this drink to be chilled, but we don't really want to add a tremendous amount of dilution here. So I'm going to probably give this a nice shake for about maybe 5-7 seconds, something like that. So the tin is frosty on the outside. My ice cube is still completely intact. And a martini is best served ice cold. In fact, some of these ingredients you can, well, all of these ingredients actually, you can keep in your fridge or freezer, and really have this drink at the coldest possible temperature. So I have my martini glass in the freezer, so we're going to grab that, and then we're going to strain this into our martini glass. All right, and we are going to strain this into our Nick and Nora, our martini glass. All right, and the final step, we need a long twist of lemon. And I am going to express the lemon oils over the top here. And I'm going to just drop the peel in. There you have the Vesper. So truth be told, I'm not the biggest martini fan, but we're going to give this a taste and see how I like it. Maybe I'll enjoy this. I've never had a Vesper, so let's give it a go. Yeah, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It really is, like that lemon oil on top is really nice and fresh and bright. It smells really good. I mean, if you're a martini drinker, you're probably going to really enjoy this. It's bright. It tastes like a martini would. The Lillet adds a little bit of something, a little bit of smoothness, I guess. It rounds it out a bit. I mean, it's good. There's been a lot of conversation about the Vesper. Not too sure why it was called for with gin and vodka. The vodka really serves no purpose in this drink. There's a lot of cocktail recipes out there where sometimes adding a little bit of vodka to kind of fortify the recipe or just bring the ABV up a little bit. In this case, you're using, you're having an all spirits cocktail, so you really don't need that. So you're definitely not getting anything extra from the vodka in this one. But depending on what kind of gin you use or you like in your martini, you're going to get a slightly different profile. I haven't had too much of this Navy Strength gin from Perry Tots, but it really has a nice, like almost floral characteristic to it. At least that's what I'm getting in this drink. Really nice and just kind of bright and, citrusy, but with that lemon oil there, that really is playing into it as well. This is actually pretty nice. I could drink this. I maybe found a new cocktail to drink every once in a while. I like it. All right, well, that's the Vesper. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. And if you did, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. That would be great. We're closing in on 200 subscribers, so I really would appreciate it if you wouldn't mind subscribing if you aren't. For those of you who are, I appreciate it. Thank you for all the support, and we'll see you guys next time. Cheers.